Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week. This week, it's Summoned by Giants. Local band of the week, Summoned by Giants. You want to find out how you can hear them? Well, it might be a little bit of a trip, but I mean, you can hear them live.
They're wrapping up a tour in Japan. I'm looking at their Facebook page. It's pretty cool seeing all the cool shots that they have while they're in Japan, playing with some great bands over there as well. And the new record is out. Very cool stoner rock sound, Summoned by Giants.
All the info, just go to the BJ Mix page of KISW.com. Sunday nights, 10 o'clock, you like local music, you got it. Loud and local. 2 hours of all local music from the Pacific Northwest with great bands like Summoned by Giants.
Punching. Jump punch. Jump punch. Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Happy Friday, everyone.
Oh, man, it's going to be such a geeky weekend.
Geeky weekend.
As opposed to last weekend.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Before that.
Well, this is my super geek
geek weekend.
Yeah, we got, of course, Avengers Endgame tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be another Magic pre-release. So I'll be at Mock's Boarding House in Bellevue all Saturday and Sunday playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, playing that wizard poker.
That's what it is.
Earlier this morning, we told you that you should just stay off of social media. We've given you a pass. Have you been staying off of social media?
This is the only screen I got open.
Nice job, man.
I've actually spent my time watching YouTube videos to learn how to play a game because I'm getting with my buddies later on after the show, and I'm going to have a new game I can play with them.
I highly recommend not reading any of the comments because sometimes these spoiler trolls.
You're right.
They like to swoop in on things that have nothing to do with the movie and put spoilers out in like random comments of like news articles or Facebook group posts or whatever it may be.
I feel great. I have to say, not being on Twitter, not being on Facebook, not being on Instagram or any of that today, I feel great.
And you seem nicer, too.
Yeah, dude, it is so awesome to like have that burden taken away from me with all the people just, and especially today when they want to be mean and spoil.
See, now, if you just never watch the movie, then you can never get on social media, and then you will always be happy.
That'd be funny. They're like, BJ, why aren't you on social media? I'm not going to go on social media until I see Avengers Endgame. Like, well, that came out in 2019. It's 2024. Well, when are you planning on seeing this?
I'm waiting for it to come out in Viewmaster. Once it's out in Viewmaster, I'll finally watch it.
Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Dick in Everett. Dick, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to check out Weezer at the Washington State Fair on September 1st. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want to see Dick and Everett,
I would love to see Dick and Everett.
If you want to see Weezer, and maybe Dick and Everett will be there.
Yeah. Steve, if you want to, you can just go in front of a mirror. You don't have to go all the way to Everett. You know what I mean? Just, see what I did there? Why do I feel like
the wheels have now fallen off?
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, and when I do Without a Cause wrestling in Everett, I see a lot of dicks in Everett.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, that's a journey right there. That's a walkabout.
Let's get a deluxe.
We're going to go in Everett.
Are available now at thefair.com where you can see Weezer.
That's
and
it.
Maybe you'll run into Dick from Everett.
All right, you might. Yeah, you might.
Steve, get out of here.
Goodbye. I might not come back.
Oh, by the way, if you go to Everett, look for this.
For those playing at home, Dick will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Dick, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. How many games in a row did Ken Jennings win in the game show Jeopardy!
56.
No.
Pass.
The Himalayas are located on which continent?
Asia.
Yes. Which mythological creature is half eagle, half lion?
Griffin.
Yes. What does the slang term YOLO stand for?
You only live once.
Yes. In what movie did Robert De Niro play the role of Travis Bickle?
Ooh.
Taxi driver.
Yes. In what decade did Betty Boop first appear?
Ooh. 20s.
No.
30s.
Yes. In Star Wars, what disguise did Luke and Han wear on the Death Star?
Stormtrooper.
Yes. What band released the hit song Radio Gaga?
Queen.
Yes. In the Garfield comics, what's the name of the little gray kitten?
Ooh. Pass.
Ooh. The Nicktoons character Doug Funny had a dog named what? Yes.
Pork chop.
Yeah!
Nice. Good
1,
job,
2,
buddy.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 correct. I didn't think anyone would get that one, so
I had it on the tip of my tongue, but I wouldn't have got it. And as soon as he said it, of course, I knew.
That was amazing.
Finally, a millennial question.
Second.
Yeah. It is a millennial question, isn't
It's
it?
definitely a show my kids watched.
Yeah, I guess my younger brother and sister are, and they're 10 years younger than me, and I
think
remember
Steve's gonna
watching
get
it, though.
that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So you got to.
But yet, I mean, it's Steve. He can completely surprise us coming out
if
of
he
nowhere.
gets that, I'm going to ask him how he knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am, because there are there are dead zones in a person's life. If you don't have children and you're not young enough to be exposed to it,
You shouldn't know
it's
these
a dead
things.
zone. It's like the Christmas Story. I had no idea about Ralphie and the BB gun because it was my kids weren't watching it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but at the same point, I can't ask Teletubby questions because Steve knows it because he watched it when he was stoned in his 20s.
That is true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hey, Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
How many games in a row did Ken Jennings win of the game show Jeopardy!
Like 15?
No.
14.
No.
40.
No. The Himalayas are located on which continent?
Asia.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Which mythological creature is half eagle, half lion?
A liger.
No.
Tots.
Unicorn.
No.
Menopause.
A menopause?
Menopause,
No.
creature.
What does the slang term YOLO stand for?
Yellow?
YOLO.
Oh, you only live once.
Yes. In what movie did Robert De Niro play the role of Travis Bickle?
Taxi driver.
Yes. In what decade did Betty Boop first appear?
40s.
No.
30s.
Yes.
Nice.
In Star Wars, what disguise did Luke and Han wear on the Death Star?
Oh, they were sexy French maids.
No.
Stormtroopers.
Yes. What band released the hit song Radio Gaga?
Queen.
Yes. In the
Gaga.
Garfield comics, what is the name of the little gray kitten?
Gaga.
No.
Gaga. Odie.
No.
Bird.
No. Bird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You lose 6 to 8.
Oh,
Congrats,
damn.
Dick.
Oh, good job, Dick.
You will see Dick at Weezer.
Nice,
You're very
Dick.
welcome.
Oh, good call. Hang on the line, Dick. You are a winner, sir. And of course, Steve, you are just a loser looking for Dick and Everett.
I'm a loser, and I like someone who's near to me. I'm a loser, and I'm not what I appear to be.
Now, Steve, when you walked in here...
Yeah, you guys, what was the question?
So the question you didn't get to, it's the last one. The Nicktoons character, Doug Funny, had a dog named what?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Funny Bone?
No.
Funny Bone.
Which is kind of... No, it's not close at all.
Little Pup?
No.
Little Bow Wow.
Little Bow Wow,
That's
yes.
it. That was his pet, yeah.
It was Pork Chop.
Yeah. He doesn't know Doug.
Yeah, we were just... Basically, I was just going to say maybe there would be somehow, some reason, some strange way that you would know that.
He's Rugrats blind. He's Doug blind. He just doesn't know that world.
No, that's so out of my wheelhouse.
Good.
Yeah, he doesn't know the wild
Good, I can use
thornberries. Yeah, I mean, it's really funny how you have that in your life where you go, whoa, I am at a particular age. I'm not too old. I'm not too young, but there's a dead zone of stuff that I don't know.
I'm aware they exist. I just don't know anything about them.
Nice. Good. I can
I never
mine more
knew
questions out of there.
I had no clue that was a thing until you guys were going crazy over that movie, A Christmas Story, and I'm just like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's kind of like the same thing with my wife in Goonies. She didn't watch it when she was a child because that just wasn't her wheelhouse. It was just one of those things that she wasn't watching. She went back and watched it when she was older, and it doesn't hold anything for her.
You think as a person who's been alive, though, like as long as I have, everything that has come out, since I was born, since I was watching TV, and there is a dead zone that you don't know about because of the little kid stuff that you're not a parent to be able to be around.
Yeah.
One of those other ones that you didn't know, the little gray kitten from Garfield. Does anyone know that one?
See, Pookie was the teddy bear, right?
Pookie was the teddy bear.
Yeah, see, I'm lost. I don't know.
I might say it wrong. Norville?
No.
Norble?
No.
Oh, you are right. It is it's Nor something, isn't it?
Noreen. Yeah, it is Noreen. It's Nermal. Nermal.
Heathcliff.
No,
that's a different guy.
One of the ones you missed, the mythological creature that is half eagle, half lion, is the griffin.
He was close, though. I mean, a manticore is a fake creature. He said mantipaws, but a manticore is another fictitious creature that's a combo of things.
What was it again?
A griffin.
A griffin.
Half eagle, half
Harry
lion.
Well, that's part of Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Yeah, I think isn't there Sigilla, half eagle, half lion looking thing?
My wheelhouse,
I think it is. Gryffindor!
And then the one you both missed, the games in a row that Ken Jennings won on Jeopardy. 74.
74.
Whoa. 74.
Where's this guy at now?
He's only at 15 or 14 or something like that.
Is it the money that's the difference between this guy?
Yes, he's broken every record for money, and he's gotten, the last time I heard he just broke $1 million in winnings on 14 games.
And it's because of how much he risks in the final Jeopardy or something?
Yeah. He's winning over $100,000.
And also, he goes out like a baller. Whenever I was reading, is that he just jumps right to the $500 question every time.
Yeah.
And then works his way down that way.
He's got a game theory sort of way that does it and just destroys his opponents.
For him, man.
Yeah, he's making a ton of money on it. And actually, I heard Jeopardy's having some issues because they're not geared towards the budget that he's costing them at this point in time.
Well, sure.
Because in 2 weeks he's won over $1 million. It took 74 games for Ken Jennings to win $2.5 million.
And these $500 questions are ridiculous. And you got those guys back there go, this a-hole knows everything. Mm-hmm. He's like a living Wikipedia. That if he's getting the $500 question first off.
And I was just reading that this guy was in a game show back in 2014 called The Chase, and he won $175,000 on that show. And apparently he was breaking records on that show.
Well, how did they let him on Jeopardy then? They should have known about this guy.
Well, of course they're going to let him on Jeopardy if he tries out.
But I mean, the budget, dude. I mean, if you know that this guy is going to break the bank, you got to go, okay, buddy.
They think something will stump him, and they're just getting wrecked by him.
Wow, the fact that he's stumping the $500 question people.
Yeah,
I mean, you could ask anything. You could ask anything, and he's just wrecking house.
He might, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, good on him.
You think he's doping or something like that? Is he cheating?
How do you dope? You just eat a bunch of brain food before you go out there?
He's only 35, and he knows all this stuff.
He's 35.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him. I don't know.
He's a professional sports gambler.
Oh, I bet you he's good with numbers and statistics and stuff like that.
You gotta know this stuff.
Yeah, you gotta know stuff.
There's some certain tricks to Jeopardy.
Is it really?
Yeah, they ask a lot of the same questions, but word them differently to fit into the categories. And there are certain things that are basic, not necessarily basic knowledge, but the way that they word them, they kind of lead it.
I wonder if he's really gamed the game like you're saying. See, now that fascinates me. I don't really care about Jeopardy because I think it's all trivia, but if he's actually gamed the game because of how they ask their questions, ooh, right? I like that.
Yeah. He's a gambler, and he likes to bid aggressively, as they say in Wikipedia.
Damn, dude.
Well, good on him.
Yeah.
And good on Dick and Everett on beating Steve this morning.
That's right. And Steve, good on going to see, Everett to see what you can see.
Dude, well, I mean, you guys are like, oh, Jeopardy should be worried about this, but apparently their ratings have gone up 40% because of this guy's run. So they're probably making more money by having this guy on.
I hope so. I mean, because he's winning more money. I hope you're right, Steve. I hope they've been able to convert that quickly.
What if he bankrupts Jeopardy?
That would be awesome.
He's the guy who shuts Jeopardy
And
down.
Alex is like, we're done. Panda, we're done.
Oh, his wife's from Seattle.
Oh, how about that?
And she was a game show contestant on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Dang.
And she won $28,000.
So, you know what I mean?
Bunch of smarty pants over here.
Seattle, we got a lot of smarty pants. So, you know what? Look at him. Finds a smarty pants wife and goes on and just is out of control. Damn. I got to find
I know
something.
way too much about this guy now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Wikipedia.
Yeah, good for you.
You know his wife's from Seattle?
Yeah, and how about that? But the guy has, he's got in his brain his own Wikipedia. That's just unbelievable that he has that kind of recall. 35, damn.
So he's also he's very quick to the buzzer as well.
Oh, man. I like it. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You know what you got to do, right? You've got to pick the topic. You got to take control of this show. It's Friday. Get it done. That's right. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, we got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle's Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It doesn't matter what it is, man. This is your opportunity to talk about anything. Something new, something old. But I will say this. Steve has come up with a rule that you must follow.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
I just got a text. Actually, we had a lot of texts about this because apparently today there's some movie that's coming out. Avengers or something.
Yeah.
Somebody says, Happy Avengers Day, fellas and ladies. Have any of you seen it yet? I'm going today.
Yeah. Well, yes. The Reverend Fuego was one of the fortunate ones that went last night. What was the time of the showing?
6 p.m. showing. So I was able to get home before 10 o'clock.
And by the way, Avengers Endgame, man, I mean, with the way everybody's talking about it, with this being the culmination of 22 Marvel films starting in
over
10 years.
Hey, man, part of the journey is the end.
And it's because of this, they're saying, Avengers Endgame on pace for the largest opening weekend in domestic box office history ever.
And just so we let people know, so don't freak out, we are doing no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Nobody is going to screw this up, so don't be scared if you go in tonight, because like BJ, you've been staying away from social media.
Yeah, I've stayed off Facebook and Twitter today for that reason.
I've seen some people that on Facebook and social media that have seen the movie, and everybody seems to have the exact same review of the film, and it's only three letters, and everyone just writes OMG.
That's exactly what Rev did.
That's what I sent to you guys, because that's the only thing that you can say.
OMG.
That will completely encapsulate what it felt leaving the theater.
And I want to say one thing.
I have goosebumps right now.
I want to say one thing. Because Rev is, of course, a Thanos fan.
Absolutely.
So his movie, as far as he was concerned, and he knew this was going to be a two-parter. He knew this last year when we were seeing, of course, Avengers Infinity War. He knew that, yes, that movie was going to be all about Thanos being the hero of the story because he wins.
He was the protagonist of that movie. That's why I loved it.
You see, you kept saying, I don't want to see it. I don't care what the other movie's going to be about. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I got my movie. You thought that movie was for you.
Exactly.
And then Endgame, no matter how good or whatever, you'd be like, it's not going to be as good as Infinity War is for me. And yet all you said was,
this movie is literally the best Marvel movie ever.
Oh, that answers the text I was about to read. So it says, does Rev think this is the best Avengers yet?
Yes.
Forget about the best Avengers. He said best Marvel movie ever.
Best Marvel movie ever. Best superhero movie ever.
Man, now you're starting to make me think I need to reserve a seat and get to the theater.
But here's the thing. It's a very emotional ride, but I don't know for someone like you, Steve, the kind of the layman when it comes into these. Like, I don't know if you have so much invested, because a lot of that is the fact that it has been 10 years and 22 movies and that emotional investment.
That's a good point, but I've kept up on enough of them, and I really did enjoy the last one. So I mean,
Oh, I feel like then if you saw the last one, and
I saw the last one. I don't know if I could wait till this comes out on demand. I think I have to go into theaters.
I really feel. It's so funny how you've switched.
I know.
You were so like, I'll wait.
Everybody is saying it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw people say it's a perfect film. I mean,
which is unbelievable.
And I want to see it in 4DX. I ain't gonna lie. That's good. I want my seat to be moving while things are going on.
I would, like 4DX is an instant vomit maker for me.
Well, yeah, because you're motion sickness.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where I'm like, if I wasn't going to puke immediately, I would be right there, right next to you.
And listen, you got to give props to the Marvel Cinematic, the guys that make the Marvel movies, because even everybody said the trailer was great because the trailer really didn't spoil anything. And you can check it out, by the way, at KISW.com. We put the trailer up. It's like a great what trailers used to be. It gets you ready for the movie without spoiling anything.
And it does. And oh man, I want to I have to find people that I know have seen it so I can just say things to them and talk to them.
Well, tonight I'm seeing it tonight at 6:30. You can talk to me anytime after.
So about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Also, Rev has told me because look, I'm going to tell you, I've gone to the RunP app. People must be blowing that up. I can't load it. The RunP app will not load the Avengers movie. Thank God Vicky sent me. She sent me the places that I can go and tell me when I go to the bathroom. But Rev has told me, he's like, don't go to the bathroom at all.
Just hold it for 3 hours.
I've never hated being me so much in my life because of the fact that
You can't hold it for 3 hours?
No, I can't. I really can't. That's but I'm going to see
especially if you're having a beverage and enjoying some popcorn or popcan.
Popcan.
Dude, I just went to KSW.com to see where the trailer is at, and it's especially the one title screenshots inside the world premiere of Avengers Endgame, and it's pretty cool. Like there's a list of all the other 22 movies or the other 21 movies and just like when they came out. It's kind of a cool thing if you want to geek out about Marvel movies.
It's really history.
To get pumped for the Avengers.
It is. It's absolutely
really
historic.
Nobody's ever done this.
And we've been following this for so long.
Yeah.
And it's a relief that it was so satisfying.
For me, the historic part of it is that, let alone it's a Marvel stuff, it's comics. No movie company, no franchise ever has done something so bold. And this was a hell of a commitment by Marvel. They were like, we're going to do this. They set this up. It could have been a huge flop. I mean, it really could have been. And 10 years into this. And how about they were able to make the last movie, which, by the way, you guys know when it comes to sequels and everything, a lot of time they never live up to what the original movie was or whatever. So we all loved Iron Man back in 2008. We all loved it. It was really a good movie. It was, and I think it holds up today as a great movie to lead you in.
I feel like that one set the tone.
And the last movie, everyone is saying is what somebody just said to me. They just gave me one text and said, this movie is almost perfect, like to the point where they go, it's like the closest to perfection in any movie they've ever seen. This is unbelievable. I know we're probably playing it up so much, but I mean,
the hype is real, dude.
That's really, a good question because you went into it with high hype and it held up.
Yeah, and it was one of those ones where I had my movie being Infinity War, and it did exactly what I wanted to do. This one did so many things that I expected, but then so many more things.
All right, I got a big question for you, and there's no spoiler.
Okay.
Is it true that the Hulk had lunch in this movie?
You can't
I'm not answering.
He's not going to answer you.
I know. I knew it was going to piss him off.
Well,
that's on the RunP app. It says that's the time to go to the bathroom. Is when
no.
And you know what Rev's not going to do for me?
I can't.
I asked Rev to do me a favor.
Let you know
I said, listen, when I'm going to wait till the last possible moment because they're saying don't go in the last hour of this movie. Like the last hour of the movie, don't even go to the bathroom. So it's a 3-hour movie, obviously, and there's. And I've got the cues. Somebody gave me they put out on the internet, here's when you can go to the bathroom, and I love it because they don't give you a lot of information. They just go, when something happens, go. So the third, I think they gave me 4 options. I'm going to go in the 4th one. Rev, can't I text you and go, I went to the bathroom when this happened so you can tell me? Because RunP does it, but RunP is like, they're overloaded.
After the movie, you can tell me which spot that you didn't make it through because you're a weak person and couldn't, hold it.
Hey, somebody says,
and then I'll let you know.
It doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie. So
it doesn't.
That's a good sign.
It does not.
Another person says it's truly Marvel's finest hour. That was a text that we just got.
Amazing?
Marvel's finest 3 hours.
Can you imagine that? I mean, after 22 movies that somebody that the best one is last.
This
That's
will
just amazing.
This will never be replicated.
Wow.
No company will ever be able to do this.
Somebody wants to know, is it the perfect movie to Marvel fans, or will non-Marvel buffs get it, or do you need to see all the other films?
You don't need to see all of the other films, but at the same point, this is the perfect movie for a Marvel fan.
Yeah, you better have some context. I mean,
Well, as long as you saw the first Avengers, I think you'll be fine.
I mean, if you watch The Walking Dead, that episode where we basically lost Carl, you're not, I mean, that's not going to mean a whole lot to you if you haven't at least had something invested a little bit into the Carl situation. I hope you know something about these characters.
And the only bad thing about this movie for me were Clueless Pete and the over-explainer that were behind me. Literally behind me. One guy was very loud and just be like, this is when this happened.
Shut up.
People should just shut up and watch movies.
Yeah, please.
And then
it's not your living room.
And one other guy who was questioning every character. I was like, at one point, finally they shut up, but it was just like, come on, do you not know where you're at and what you're doing?
It's a movie theater. The movie started. Shut up.
Oh my God, it was so annoying.
I like this text. BJ, you can't hype this enough. It's beautiful. I cried tears of happy after it. I'm a grown-ass man.
I cried so much in this movie. Just thinking about this movie actually does tear me up. Like, it's a good movie.
Well, we are talking about Avengers Endgame, sponsored by Disney, and okay, I'm seeing it tonight.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say some texters were worried. They're like, stop talking about it. You're going to spoil it. We did not spoil it.
No, we're not spoiling anything. And
Except for the Hulk having a sandwich.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the fact that the first thing Steve saw this morning put me in a bad mood. The first thing Steve saw...
Someone texted the ending of the film.
Yeah, I mean, and their reasoning was somebody spoiled Harry Potter for them, so they would spoil this for us. And I got so pissed at that texter, which is why I stayed off Facebook and Twitter today. I'm saying, I'm done. I mean, people that just want to be mean to people, it's like, especially if this movie's as great as everybody says it is, and it's going to be a wonderful ride for the people watching it, why would you want to ruin something that people really love? Why? I mean, I just don't get that. You must be a miserable person if you want to ruin something for somebody.
You answered the question.
Yeah. One of my favorite things now, though, is the fact that I can go on those spoiler sites and look at all the Easter eggs and be perfectly fine with it.
It's been a great year, man.
It has been, and it's only, April?
God, I mean, I love Star Trek Discovery's season finale. I love the whole season of that. Now I get this. Oh, it's going to be awesome. All right, you pick the topic. You guide the show. It's listeners on the loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. I guess there's some, non-Avengers Endgame stuff we could talk about.
Someone says bring an empty Gatorade bottle with you.
I wish I could. Honestly, I wish it was okay to pee in public. I really do, because I want to do that.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to David in Lakewood. David, you are on The Rock.
Hey, guys.
Hey, David, welcome to the show. What you got for us, buddy?
Well, we all know that Chevelle's going to be performing with Breaking Benjamin here at the White River coming up and in a few months or whatever. And the significance of that is my daughter, she's turning 2 here in May, and her middle name is Chevelle, named after the band.
Really?
So it's Caitlin Chevelle Helton.
You couldn't get her to be the first name, huh? Did the wife say no to that?
Yeah, the wife said no to that.
Yeah.
Is it because as a child, send the pain below kind of a thing? Is there any kind of... Weird. That's a crazy name. I would name my kid after Slayer.
Oh, you call your kid Slayer?
Steve Jr.
Steve.
Middle name Slayer.
Oh, okay. See, middle names you could do. It's when you do the first name that, okay, then you're really...
Is there a band that you would name your kid after?
Korn.
With the backwards R?
Of course.
That's right.
Because Chevelle works as a name.
Yeah,
I
think of that old car. That's why I forgot, because it used to be, I think Chevy made a Chevelle back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Chevelle SS.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess if you're named after a car or a band, that's not... Yeah, Chevelle's not a bad name, but, would I call my kid Devo, or would I call him Collective? I don't know what I do.
Like Third Eye Blind?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's the first one I thought of.
Third Eye Blind would be a great name for a kid.
This is my son, Matchbox 20.
There he is. Hey, Match, how you doing, buddy? Matchy B, he's in the house.
Well, I just saw somebody got to name their kid Tiger because he had a bet with his wife, said if Tiger wins the Masters, I can name our son Tiger.
Ooh.
And Tiger won.
Yeah, it's not a bad name to have, Tiger. I don't know. It depends.
As a birth-given name?
Tiger.
As a nickname, it's cool.
But, I mean, at this point, that's all you call Tiger Woods now. No one ever calls him...
Eldrin or Eldrin?
Yeah, no one ever calls him. So why not give it to you as your birth name?
Yeah.
So how does she... so, David, do you ever call her Chevelle? Or, what was her...
I do, actually. And she actually earned that name because as a baby, and I kid you not, as a baby, whenever she would cry or throw a fit, or be upset about anything, fall down, hurt herself, the only way you could get her to calm down was to play, and you could play any song, but it had to be by the band Chevelle.
Really?
I don't know if it's the vocals or their style of music, but it's the only thing that calms her down. It's like instant tranquility for her.
Did you ever play it while she was in the womb? Did you ever do that kind of thing?
Yeah, but not as, I wouldn't think as much as what it would take for her to,
Damn.
It was kind of just a thing. Like me and my wife, we both love Chevelle and Breaking Benjamin and all these bands, that you guys play. And
that's cool.
Yeah. Well, good for you, dude.
Well, I hope that at some point you can meet those guys and tell them to start. They'd be pretty jacked to find out that
they would.
That their name inspired the naming of a child.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be inspired by that, especially? And then to know that your music calms a crying baby.
Yeah.
Which is, look, that's a gift from God right there.
Or does that bother them? They're like, we need to get more aggressive. If our music's starting to calm babies.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want that reputation.
Yeah, I see. I can see what you mean by that.
So he says, BJ, I heard you guys talking about microblading and with the men's tattooing yesterday.
Oh, right, yeah.
On the scalp, where you get like the little lines to make it look like you have stubble.
Yes.
If you're bald. My wife, Alicia, is a certified technician with Fleur de Lis Spa.
Fleur de Lis.
Fleur de Lis.
Yeah, it's the little Saints emblem.
Symbol.
Oh, okay.
All right.
In Tacoma, you and Steve should go. You want to go?
You going to get it done?
I mean, I'll watch you get it done and see how it looks.
See, I was going to watch you get it done. See how it looks.
I'll go. You guys can watch me get it done.
You have a full head of hair, you dum-dum.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll get it somewhere else then.
Get it on your palms.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I'll do it.
Yeah, if I looked a little better, like I've got friends that were good-looking dudes, like, growing up and they're good-looking dudes, and time hasn't been good to them. And me, I feel like, dude, I was always not a good-looking dude, so it's never bothered me. Age, if anything, age is kind of sort of like I've stayed the same, which is just this ugly guy, and then everyone else has gotten uglier.
Yeah, I'm okay with the balding thing. Like, I know some people get really worried about that, whether it be the hair implants. I mean, it would be kind of fun to see what it looked like, but then I just feel like it's a slippery slope, because what if I start losing more hair in other spots? Then I got to come back and keep going back, and I just... You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm fine with how my head looks. My wife actually prefers, even if I have a little stubble, she's like, you need to shave your head. Like, she likes my head fully shaved. So,
oh, yeah.
So as long as she's cool with it, that's the only person I'm trying to impress.
So, what about me?
Well,
I mean,
like I said, my wife's the only person I'm trying to impress.
I see you almost as much as she does.
I've seen a lot.
You're not having sex with me, are you?
Not that you know.
Here, have another this beverage. Coffee tasted weird.
Yeah, have another beverage, Steve.
I saw a lot of people, their thing is tattooed freckles on their face because freckles are cute and they want freckles. And it's really stupid. But the alternative is to do henna freckles. So I'm wondering if we can take a little pokey and just do henna on your head, if that could be a temporary way to see how it would look.
Put some henna on your head.
No.
And it got weird again.
Yes, right.
Yep.
Really weird. DJ. No problem, buddy. Anytime I can help out. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
I need some life advice from us, guys.
Well, this is us, buddy. We're ready.
Says I'm 47. How much time should pass before it's okay to date a friend's ex? Or is it ever? They've been broken up for 9 months. I've known the guy for less than a year. We're not the best of friends, but we're friends. They dated for like 2 years.
Well, I'm the right guy to talk to because I broke every rule, and that's how I met my wife. So I waited a year. Mm-hmm. And then I went after my wife after about a year after she broke up with my bum. And he wasn't my best friend, but he was a good friend.
Did you talk to your buddy before, like to ask, hey, is it cool if I go after?
Yeah, because it was a double date where it was his, and I don't know if I was a great manipulator and made it seem like it was his idea to actually date my ex-girlfriend, because my ex-girlfriend and my current wife were actually best friends. And so I said to him, dude, why don't we just switch ladies? Wouldn't that be great? I thought it was my master plan, but he used that as a way to try to get back with my wife. I didn't know. He was just going to let me, go on the date, but it was just his in to get to have a conversation with her.
I feel like, though, you have to accept that you're probably going to lose this person as a friend if you really dig that chick. I think it would be a nice, honorable thing to just say, hey, man, I just want to let you know I'm thinking about asking her. I don't think you have to ask for permission. But
who dumped who? Does that make a difference, Steve?
Yeah, I would imagine there's a lot of other factors. Like, how has he done since the breakup? Is he still a mess? Has he moved on? Is he dating other people?
If I dated any woman that you were with, would you care?
No.
Yeah,
because I'm happy. And even if I wasn't, I'd just be like, you know what? I've always been the person that if someone doesn't want to be with me, why do I want to even try and spend a minute being... I mean, I'll be bummed for a few days because that's just life. You just lost someone. They're no longer in your life. That's weird. But at some point, you just got to have to come to grips with, why do I want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me? I don't. So,
let me ask Danny. I think we should go around the room and see that just to get the response from people who, if one of us, Danny, started dating an ex of yours, well, like your ex-wife, as a matter of fact, wouldn't that be cool? I could be like a stepfather.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Only because it would piss off Danny. If I could get piss off Danny because I could have a say in how Lily was raised, that would just piss off Danny. I don't even care about your ex-wife. I just want to be able. I want to be able to go.
Hey, no. Now that you put it out there, Danny, how do you?
How would you feel if like one of us started dating your ex-wife?
Wow. No, my ex-wife, I wouldn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, not at all. It would be because I feel like there's been enough time that's passed, and if she started dating it, and it kind of happened actually. She started dating a waiter that used to serve us at a restaurant. And
now the service has continued outside of the restaurant.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't bother me at all. It was just one of those. As long as you're cool with
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid involved, obviously, that complicates some things.
It does, but it still doesn't bother me. At that point, as long as I feel like the person's cool, I was never like, oh, this is weird for me.
Follow-up text from the guy. He says the guy has moved on and he's in love with a new chick.
Oh, yeah.
Then by all means.
Yeah.
I still tell him. I think it's just like I don't know why.
I would tell him,
I feel like it's just a cool thing to do. It's not...
Yeah.
You don't need his permission, but I think you should at least let him know. That way it's not blindsiding him when you show up in your hands in her butt. Pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so now we know how Steve's going to show up for the first meeting.
Butt pocket. You did not. You started
butt pocket.
Butt pocket.
Yeah, that sounds euphemistic. I don't know where your hand is. But
where else would it be?
There's a lot of places you can put your hand.
You guys don't like putting your hand in your woman's butt pocket?
Oh, I love it. No, I love it. It's just the way you're saying it, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. Because a butt pocket could be the woo.
That's what I call it, the butt pocket.
What is this?
Yeah,
this
the
is
two back pockets.
No,
but they're on the
jeans pocket. If you call it a butt pocket, I am thinking of like the prison wallet.
It's on your butt.
I never call it a butt pocket. I call it the back pocket. Yeah, or the ham wallet's even worse.
Jesus.
How about, hey, buddy, not only am I dating your ex, but I got my hand in her butt pocket.
How?
It's like a really bad Alanis song is what we're doing over here. Yeah.
What are you going to pick?
I got one hand in my butt pocket and the other one in the ham wallet.
Wow.
Okay, no.
One section says, my brother married my ex. She had small boobs, so I didn't care.
Wow.
There we go.
But what about the butt pocket?
I don't think anybody should listen to anything we say.
One text says, don't even tell him. He's having mad sex right now. He won't even notice.
I think it's the bro code to do. I think it's just honorable to say, look, dude, here's the thing. I want to make sure I'm cool with you. Mm-hmm. Here's where I'd like to proceed. If that person doesn't react, especially like he said, he's in a good way. Things are good. He's moved on. He's having a good time.
Probably not going to care.
How do you not let someone have a good life? Obviously she wasn't right for you. I'd ask Vicky, but I don't think she's ever been in a serious relationship.
I actually had back in the day. Yeah. Actually, funny enough, my best friend hooked me up to a boyfriend. I had him for a little while, and then a couple years later, because they were friends, I noticed that they were hanging out a lot. I'm like, hey, I'm just throwing this out there. If you ever wanted to date him, go ahead. I feel like you guys are a better match than we were. She then, a couple weeks later, she's like, hey, I just want your confirmation. Is it okay if I date him? And they ended up dating for a couple years.
It's interesting because the guy who was dating my wife is no longer with us, but I don't think he was ever really, really happy about it. And obviously my wife and her best friend really don't talk much anymore. And
way to go.
And I dated her too, and I don't think she and I have a great relationship. But my wife and I, 34 years, and I mean, we've had a great life together and still do. How can you? I would hope they could be happy for us because obviously we were meant to be together. We've gone through hell, or I should say I put her through hell.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have this career if not for the support of my wife. This was definitely a union meant to be. If I didn't do this, I know my life wouldn't be nearly as good if I didn't pursue my wife.
And seriously, if they're still mad about that, how many years ago was that? Like, what's gone on in the last 30 years that you couldn't find something to move on with, like another person, whatever it may be? Like, just get over it.
Yeah, they should. Yet I've known people that never do
that
get over
those grudges.
I'm not saying these people were, but I've talked to other people who have been in similar situations. And Steve, you're right. I'm going, dude, you're almost 60. Are you kidding me? Something that happened 40 years ago, you still haven't gotten over?
Right. They're treating it like as if their favorite team lost to the Boston Bruins in the playoffs back in 1988. Now that's a real grudge.
That's a real grudge
that you should never let go of.
Go Bruins! And stop rooting for the Blue Jackets.
Go Blue Jackets!
Don't do it.
We got a text from Justin and Everett. He says, "I just want to say, have a good day, guys. I'm getting married in 41 days.
Wow!
Can Tasha and I get your blessing? And I'm an Iraq combat vet who deals with chronic PTSD, and you guys always make me smile and laugh. The Rock always helps me get through the day. Love you guys.
Okay, dude. First of all right, chronic PTSD. I got something for you. All right, this is a good one.
First of all.
A butt pocket. Anyway, yes, congratulations to you and Tasha. Dude, do me a favor. Buy the book, Loving What Is. It might seem a little corny. It's by Byron Katie. But people that have PTSD, from what I understand, and I've got it too, nowhere near you have it. I've got it for different reasons. I never have seen a lick of combat. But this book and this woman's idea on how to, view life has been really, really helpful to me and my marriage and me being a father. And since you're starting out on this journey and you've served our country, if I can do anything to make your life easier, dude, that's what I would love to do. And this whole idea of the work and this book, Loving What Is, has helped me. So congratulations, man.
Congrats. It's exciting. 41 days.
Dude, I've been getting kind of weepy because I'm going to be going to a wedding soon of one of Sarah's friends that I knew since she was like a little kid. And I'm seeing that I'm kind of my journey, I've got less days ahead of me than behind me.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's just where I'm at. So when I see young people, it's like I said to my wife yesterday, these folks are starting out.
Right. And I'm dying with you.
Well, dude, can you not honor the reflective mode of where I'm at in life? This is where I'm at in life.
I'm conversing.
All right, Jesus.
Conversing, yeah.
I mean, everyone has stages in life. Yes. You're where you're at, and Vicky's where she's at, and Danny and all that. But I'm sort of, I'm kind of I'm not Frodo on the boat yet, but I'm definitely buying my tickets.
You Frodo in the volcano?
Yeah, I'm kind of Frodo in the volcano. I'm buying my tickets to the boat that Frodo's going on. And I mean, look, there's a beautiful part of honoring where you are in life. And, when you're where that guy was, and you remember, Steve, when you first get married and everything, it's like you're starting the journey out. It's like you don't know what's ahead of you, but you've got a lot of excitement. And I'm sort of I don't know where I am in the journey, but I'm far away from where this dude is.
I mean, we all have thoughts in our head. And currently right now, I'm thinking of how I can convince someone that might go to the Mariners game tonight to get me one of those fanny packs.
What? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know it was a fanny pack night?
It's freaking fanny pack night at the Mariners game, and I can't go.
Oh, look at that fanny pack.
If anyone's going, they want to do a trade for a shirt, God, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Okay.
So if someone's going into the game tonight,
throw it out there, Steve.
Get me one of them fanny packs, and I'll trade you a shirt for it.
Why do I ever try to have any kind of conversation with you?
Well, I'm close to death, and I don't want to live life without a fanny pack. It's the same thing, BJ.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. You're absolutely right. It's as deep as a fanny pack. You're about as deep as a fanny pack. It does look cool,
man.
It really does. It's in the yellow and blue, so it's like the Sunday colors.
I need it.
Yeah. All right.
It's fanny pack night tonight at the Mariners game. First 20,000 fans, take one home.
Yeah.
Be there.
Yeah, and they're playing the Rangers, and the Rangers are, I think they're like a single A team. So they're
still scoring from last night's game right now. The game's still.
I watched some of that game.
Scoring runs.
The Rangers were throwing the ball all over the place. They were not. They're just okay. All right, let's answer this question. God, dang it! What do Ryan Castle and a hospital have in common? You know who's going to find out? You are at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a hospital have in common?
Oh, there's a heavy disinfectant smell.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you got that, buddy. Like Ben Gay to the 10th power.
Like sweat and vodka over here.
Oh, two of my favorites.
One person
Sweat
says,
and vodka.
My grandma visits both frequently.
She's a dirty bird.
Steven, go to both with soreness. That's not nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One word, bedpans.
That's 2 words.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Dimwit.
Well, maybe you didn't put a space between the bed and the pans.
If you hyphenate, is it 2 words?
No, it is 1 word.
Is it 1 word?
Oh, boy.
I'm the dimwit.
Okay.
Wrong.
Lovely story about three thieves who broke into a medical center in Pennsylvania Saturday morning and stole a bunch of colonoscopies, or colonoscopes, I should say, that do the colonoscopies with. They're valuable. $450,000 worth of colonoscope, or however they say
Words.
it. Colonoscopes. That's it.
Colonoscopes.
Yeah. That's
cameras?
The poopy camera.
The poop cam.
Cam. Poop cam. Speaking of poop cam.
One word or two?
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to say speaking of poop cam and talk about Maddie who sat in and watched the show. That's not right.
That's rude.
All right, well, Ryan Castle, he's up next. He's got a morning 12 pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
If you were going to do karaoke, what would be your go-to song?
Oh, man. Well, the only thing that's popping in my brain now is Love Shack.
I'm going to do I'm Too Sexy.
Please, you've got to. You've got to.
Yes. And when I say I'm too sexy for my shirt, should I take my shirt off?
Oh, yes. Definitely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
And then when I say, oh, pussy cat, will Red pretend to be a cat next?
Meow. Yes, I will.
Okay, that
I'll film.
Disturbing, but needs to be done.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.